Welcome to Weapons Education. Let's do a video on history. Let's talk about Kimber in particular. You know, I've done a number of videos like this in the past, and a lot of people enjoy the type of education they get as far as the background of the company, how it was founded. This one goes back to 1979, Kimber. I learned a lot doing the research on this company, so let's talk about it. One of the things I learned is I didn't realize the Los Angeles Police Department, the LAPD SWAT team, they utilize Kimbers as their premier choice of firearms. Who else uses Kimbers? My wife is here to say hello.
Hi everybody. Also, the United States Marines assigned to the Special Operations Command.
All right, you guys rock, United States Marines. So you got the Special Ops using Kimbers, you got the LAPD. That should get your attention a little bit. We know these are pricey firearms. Let's talk about the history of the company. And I'll tell you real quick on why I purchased the two I have. I'm a short barrel guy. These are 3-inch Kimbers. And how often do I carry this one here in particular? A lot.
That one all the time.
Pretty much this one, this is my favorite, like, sidekick. I call it my sidekick. And I love this Ultra Raptor 2. And we're going to zoom in here on the guns. I'm going to give you a history lesson today on the company called Kimber. And this one I carry on my ankle. We'll talk about the guns here in a moment. But let's talk more about the price real quick. They're pricey guns. You know, they're super high-end 1911s. Super high-end. Without getting to like an Ed Brown category, this is way up there. This is very good stuff. I shoot them as good as I can shoot. These I shoot among the best in my arsenal. I like the Kimbers and I like the SIGs. I like them all, but for some reason, just me, I kind of like the 1911 trigger, nice and crisp and sharp, perfect. Let's talk about the story of Kimber and how it was developed from 1979 to modern day. I'll give you a quick version and try to keep the story exciting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up and talk to you a little bit because it'll be easier. By the way, I'm getting a new microphone tomorrow, so I'll have a mic right here next to my mouth. I won't hear the echo anymore. But please zoom in on the guns real close. Sit back, relax. Let's get into the story of Kimber. Pricey firearms, well worth the money. I love them. Let's go back to 1979. Kimber was founded as Kimber of Oregon. That was the name of the corporation back in 1979 by two guys named Greg and Jack. I'll keep the story straightforward and simple. Greg and Jack were in a small town called Clackamas, Oregon. Now what happened was Jack sold his Australian firearms company from South Australia after World War II and made some cash. And what he did was he went to Oregon and he founded Kimber. Kimber of Oregon was the name of the corporation with his son Greg. So there you have two key names, Greg and Jack. Now following all of this, Kimber of Oregon started to grow. And at first it was doing pretty well. They built a reputation for accurate 22 long rifle caliber rifles. And they began to expand its product line and eventually acquired a second manufacturing plant in nearby Colton, Oregon. So they were doing pretty good. Father and son, great American story. But what happened was in the late 1980s, and I'm guessing this day must have really hurt them because I remember it like almost yesterday. I was in Hawaii at the time at an insurance company's convention, and I was at dinner with a CEO, and actually owner of an insurance company, and his name was Peter. And he goes, "I lost $100 million today." Some ridiculous big number today. It was October. I think the date was October 18th. 1987. So in the late 80s, what I'm getting at is there was a massive stock market crash, which really changed the path of how the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the whole SEC and everything was was based, and they had stop losses put in and things like that in the future. After that Black Monday of, I think it was October 18th. I'm going by memory. But that's what happened to Kimber, is in the late 1980s, they had a private stock offering which fell short of covering the cost. So they're going broke. And Kimber of Oregon was done. It was kaput. And a guy named Bruce purchased it. So now Bruce is ambitious and he wants to make this thing happen. So what he started to do was he had tried to start to run in Kimber, and all of a sudden he realized he's gotten some difficulties. And Bruce went into bankruptcy. And that's America, by the way. I don't know how it is in different countries across the world and how our allies, with what your laws are. But in America, we could very simply, not simply, it's not a good thing, we don't want to do it, but we can file bankruptcy, whether we're a corporation or as an individual, and try to survive. So, Kimber did that. And what happened was Kimber, the original Kimber of Oregon, all of the assets were liquidated and they all disappeared. And what happened was some of the employees that were left over, moving on here, developed a company called Cooper Firearms of Montana. Now, something's going on here, because what they did was they guaranteed their rimfire rifles to shoot 5 shots within 1/4 inch at 50 yards, or 3 shots within 1/2 inch at 100 yards. Now they're starting to make some money again. All of a sudden, they're getting out of bankruptcy. And but now Greg, the son, way back when, he really wants this thing to happen. He still wants to be part of Kimber somehow, even though it was sold to Bruce. And he ended up being a smart guy, and he hooked up with a guy named Les Edelman. And this guy named Les, they ended up hooking up, getting some cash together, and Les had a lot of money in financing, and he backed up Greg. And what they did was they ended up getting back all of the assets of the original Kimber of Oregon's, whatever was left of the tools and stuff like that, and they started making products again. And the company grew quickly. Now, what happened was Les kind of had more money, and that's how it goes in business. In this case, in a stock company, you can be bought out. So Les purchased the majority of the shares. Greg is now out of the picture, and now we just have Les running Kimber. And let's jump to modern day, and they are a mammoth company producing super high-end quality products in a 31,000 square foot building, employing over 400 people alone, just right there alone in that building in 2011, across the world, not just in that building, but across the world. KimberAmerica.com, wonderful products, pricey, super high quality. I'm going to sit down now, and I'll say goodbye to you, and I want your input, please. I enjoy doing the history videos. I think we should do them more often. What do you think? I like getting into the backgrounds of companies here and there, just here and there. What do you think on Kimber? I really like your input. I know they're pricey guns. I've got the Ultra Raptor 2 right here, and this beauty here, whew, this baby, it's got a crimson laser trace built in, Ultra Crimson Carry 2. I saw this on their website. I was all over it, and this is my choice for my ankle system, which, a lot of guys say, Tom, ankles, you can't get to your ankle here and there. To me, I feel better knowing I have a firearm on my ankle, here and there, not every day, but here and there. I think about my apparel, what I'm wearing for the day, but I do like the shorter barrels. I just like the 3-inch, and I do like the 1911s. So Kimber really has a good role in 1911s. They, as I said, they're part of the LAPD SWAT team. They're part of the United States Marines. You guys rock on. All the military rock on. one of my best friends is a general in the military. You know who I'm talking to, my friend. Thank you, I'm glad you're safe. Well, what do you think about Kimber? Just what do you think? Would you spend the money? This gun costs double what some other guns cost, right? Is it worth the money to you? I can't tell you how to spend your money. I only have two, and from, you know, whatever, I have a lot of guns. But I love them. I shoot well with them. I enjoy them. I feel like my life is safe with them. I think they'll go bang when I pull the trigger. I've had no malfunctions, even though I've heard about Kimber malfunctions in the past. Not me, no problems. Just keep them clean, keep that feed ramp buffed out. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm not too concerned about these. Alright, so what do you think? What's your impressions on Kimber? This is Kimber night, and I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll have a special microphone. We'll get rid of the echo. We'll do some outdoor stuff. We'll do some more fun stuff. I got some other surprises coming up. From now on, I'm not telling you what's in the future because I just want it to be a surprise. Thank you from inside of my heart to all of you. We hit 7,000 subs today. What a great warm feeling I have right now. I hope you do too.